Now we are going to moving towards the third stanza. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling wave in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. So in the third stanza, again the poet has used second form of verb, and the poet has used first person pronoun. As the poet says, I gazed and gazed. And what is the reason the poet is using the first person pronoun? Just to remind the readers that this is his personal experience of visiting daffodils. So in the third stanza, as the poet has used the second form of verb, the poet says that there are waves, and these waves were also twisting and turning joyfully. But at this time, or at this moment, the movement of the daffodil is more beautiful than the sparkling or shining waves. As in the third stanza, you can see the waves beside them dance. The waves are also dancing, as in the second stanza, the poet was saying. The daffodils were tossing their heads, they were moving their heads, they were dancing. So waves were also there because the daffodils were grown by the lake. So there were waves, and the waves are also taking twists and turns. They were also dancing. But the performance or the dance the daffodils had performed or did is more beautiful than the sparkling or twinkling waves in glee. Glee means happiness. Outdid means they did the best one. Surpassed. A poet could not but means except. Like the poet is happy. The poet has no other way to do anything. What could the poet do? The poet is very happy in such a jocund means lively, joyful company. So when the poet is in the company of daffodil, the poet is very happy, and he says that he feels so much excited in the beautiful company of the daffodils that he kept on looking at the beautiful sides of daffodils for a long time. And this happiness of the poet is inexpressible. The poet is unable to express it because this gives him an immense pleasure. This gives him immense happiness. As the poet says, I gazed and gazed. The poet kept on looking at this beautiful sight of daffodils that he says that he did not have another thing to do. What he could do, he could only look at the beautiful sight of the daffodils. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. Like the poet is so much happy in the company of the daffodils. Like this is the happiness that the daffodils has given to him when the poet is in the company of daffodils.